What's up everyone, Shaun Murray here at the WWA World Series Rundown. We're at stop number 2 and joining me right now I've got Mr. Dean Smith. We're going to check in with you here in a little bit to get inside scoop of what's going on the water. And also Brad Smeele. Brad, glad to have you here, and you got to do some announcing and heard you did a great job today. And let's talk a little bit about the pro women and what went down out there in some of these windy conditions.
Yeah, well, first of all, it was just an honor to be back on the mic with Dana the Mano, and it just felt right to be back here, you know. And so it was a great time. We had some amazing riding today, and after you know, for me having several years off, just to see the level of riding amongst the women's riders was just absolutely incredible. Now, especially taking into account that we had 5 of our top heavy hitters out of the contest for various reasons, it was amazing to see how the riding went down. We had in heat number 1 Zara Cal taking the top spot. In second place Tara Mikasic and Jamie Lopina rounding out 3rd spot. They're all going to advance through to tomorrow. In heat number 2 we had Beck Gange taking the top spot, Giorgia Gregorio from Italy taking 2nd, and Erica Lang going to advance through as well. It was so cool to see, you know, just some tech tricks, some great spins, and a lot of style. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the next days go.
Yeah, you know, like you said, there are a lot of big heavy hitters missed. We got Dallas is not here, Megan Ethel. We've got Ramey didn't make it through to the finals. Also Nicola, Amber, as well as Melissa. There's a lot of big names that aren't here, but some of these girls that are bringing talent, some new talent onto the water, it's pretty entertaining to see and definitely pushing it. So some girls have been here for a while, like Tara, she's made a good name for herself. Good to see her doing well, and Zara is just killing it right now, so she's definitely one to watch. Talking about some of the men's riding going on out there, Dean, let's first talk about the windy conditions. It was coming straight down the pipe today, real strong wind. As a competitor, I know depending on the tailwind, the headwind, you're out there riding today. What did it feel like?
Yeah, it was windier than it even looked as well. On the dock, you could almost look out and have a look at the first few tricks and work out a bit of a run where you put your heaviest tricks. Obviously you want to put your heaviest tricks in the better conditions, but I got out there, it caught me out a little bit. The first trick I did and sort of reassess my run. I think my first 2 tricks were exactly what I wanted to be. From there on I had to improv pretty much everything on the go, because there were rollers through the course. The actual lake's actually a lot shallower. We're going through a bit of a drought in Orlando right now, so the wake's a little bit smaller. Obviously you need displacement in the water for the boat, so the wake's a little smaller here than normal just because of the shallow conditions. It was just tough. It was like just textbook contest riding where you've just got to ride ugly and try and get through. It's just one of those things where you just want your name to be on the sheet the next day and you just do whatever you've got to do.
So these guys, definitely some adjustments or runs. Guys were pulling back some 9s, turning them into 7s, Mob 5s into Mobs.
Yeah, I was, from a competitive standpoint, I was interested to see how everyone rode, because there are people that are known as being rough water riders, contest riders. And so Harley's always been good at it. I figured Dowdy was always going to be good. Corey, I mean, not that he surprised me so much, but Corey rode amazingly well for how bad the conditions were out there. And it was interesting, I was really, like, guys like Tony Iacone, who are just bolt riders. They'd land on the, they very rarely fall, like Nick Rapper. So watching like guys like Tony and Nick have a few bobbles and a few mess-ups in their run was interesting for me as a competitor, just to watch and to see it, because they're the riders that you don't expect it from. So it's going to be interesting. If the conditions are the same tomorrow, it's going to be, I mean, to be honest, it's going to be hard to catch the top 3 right now.
Do we have a wind report for tomorrow?
Similar, I think. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things.
Well, with that said though, like, we've seen some pretty amazing riding, even though some guys were pulling the reins a little bit on the riding.
Yeah.
You had Dowdy going out there. Dowdy won his heat doing 2 doubles.
Yeah, I think I was a statement run from Dowdy. I just, knowing what he's like, he's just such a hard competitor and stuff, and he could, because he had on obviously being last off the dock, he got to watch everyone ride, and whoever it was, I can't remember from who it was, but
he really didn't need to put
no,
that
he
sort of a
didn't
run
at all.
together,
Yeah, and when watching his first pass, I was like, well, he can pull the reins up and cruise from here. He did his double at the end of his run, and he probably could have thrown the handle and probably still on the heat. And then he came back, and it was just one of those things where I think he tried to make a statement. He knew that Corey and Harley and everyone were watching, and those 3 have got a real funny thing going on right now.
The most impressive thing for me in Dowdy's ride was that he threw a double cabbie right at the end of the course into the wind, and just landed it absolutely bolts. So yeah, as you said, it's a statement, and I'm sure the other guys were watching that.
There was no accident. Like, he meant to do that run exactly how he wanted to. Like, obviously, if you have a free ride, you're going to use your free ride and have a practice run of your hardest run. But he did that, making sure that Harley and Corey were watching, no doubt.
Well, going back to Moomba, you had 2 big statements happen, 3 between Corey, Harley, and Dowdy. So Harley goes out there, first trick, double tantrum off the wake.
Same again today, you know.
Did it again.
That's just, I think he's got it dialed in, that's in his mind, that's, you know, and why change things? If that's what worked for him last time, that's what he had in his mind the whole way through his off season with his injury. So it's just great to see the confidence from him coming out, absolutely killing it with that, you know, from the get-go, start to finish, just. But
it's cool to see him when he does that. It puts the other riders in a position, like Dowdy said, on the fly in Australia. He changed his run because of that, and we saw the gnarliest round ever, and it was the quarterfinals, first event of the year, and just that is just the predecessor of what was going to happen.
Well, I think the cool thing is, especially with this event, I think remember it was obviously crazy and everything. But Harley's never been in the position, so the sport's moving so fast right now from year to year, trick-wise, everything, especially over 2-year periods, but even just over 1 year it moves forward so quickly. So Harley being out for a season, he's never been in the position where he's watched the sport move without him, and it has. So it's the first time that he's ever had to come back and reassess where it's at and try and work towards it. So because the riding where he was at was obviously incredibly good, probably still could be winning contests, but it's probably moved forward just another notch, especially the way Corey and the tricks Dowdy's doing. So Harley's not only had to come back, but has had to like reassess where he's at with his riding, and then probably ride to a different level again. And it's pretty crazy how quick he came back, because you know for a fact that obviously Corey and Dowdy were like banking on that Harley was going to probably have to move forward a little bit more than he had the previous year after an injury, and it was always going to be hard. But man,
he's come back strong.
Yeah,
and Corey's consistency is like unmatched. Like obviously Dowdy's tricks, and Harley's tricks, and like Corey's consistency is going to keep him up there, and that 10 that he never falls on is just on lock. So
and he did that again on his way back into the dock today, just to practice, nailed it absolutely perfect. So you know, I think we might be able to expect to see him throw that in his run tomorrow, and you know, obviously we're all excited to see what he's got. But I guess, you know, moving through the heats as things went today, we had Noah Flegel take out the second heat, and he started his run off with one of the biggest heel side 9s in terms of upward pop. It was just ridiculous. So that was really cool to watch. Heat 3, Shota took that one out, Shota Tezuka. And then Heat 4 was a really cool one to watch, where Tony Carroll took the heat, and he's coming straight back from injury. So I know that's a confidence booster for him. And it's definitely some solid riding out there in these heats.
I mean, but based on today, I'm a competitor, I hate to say it, but there's a gap. Like the top 3 right now, down to the next rider is like noticeable based on those conditions and stuff. If no one adjusts to the riding and to the conditions tomorrow, it's gonna be tough, because man, like watching like guys, Nick Rapper I think was the biggest eye opener for me, based on how consistent he's been for the last 2 years on heavy tricks, and he struggled. So we'll see how we go tomorrow anyway. But
the conditions are definitely going to be a factor tomorrow, but we'll see how things wrap up. So Steele won his heat, Tony Iacone won his heat, Harley Clifford took his heat, and Corey Tunison with 3 Moog 5s, 2 900s. Like I said, that dude's on lock, and we're pretty excited to see.
And not to mention the crowd pleaser at the end, that 1080, just to kind of, you know, put a little extra tick on the end of his run. So
that'll go in the run tomorrow.
Yes. So we've got the semifinals going on tomorrow. It's going to be we've got 4 heats of 4 guys. The top 2 are going to advance into the 8-man final. That's kind of cool when you have 8 men going out there, because that's going to really allow the field to kind of be displayed. Because of the conditions, I think we're going to need the field to be pretty big.
Yeah, move it.
So pretty excited to see that run, the finals run tomorrow. So Dean, thanks for coming. Brad, appreciate you being here.
Pleasure as always.
And thanks for checking in. We look forward to catching up with you guys at the end of tomorrow here at the stop number 2, the Nautique Wake Open.